We have always said it is about the children. It's not just about me. Never just made it about me. I'm just the loudest one.
Kooky, and it seems like they're just leaning into it. Like there's no course correction at all. Just leaning into the kooky.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to jaw-dropping scandals, few names have generated as much buzz recently as Sean Diddy Combs, once one of the most untouchable figures in the entertainment world. With decades of fame, fortune, and influence under his belt, Diddy's legacy is now at the center of an unraveling narrative that could change everything. The allegations surfacing against him are more than shocking, they're downright surreal. From secretive parties involving high-profile guests to deeply unsettling claims that paint a picture of manipulation and exploitation, the stories emerging are as wild as they are disturbing. And if you think you've heard it all, think again. What's coming to light now could rock Hollywood to its core.
Rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors, yeah. I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
To fully understand the magnitude of these allegations, it's important to look at the two women who have stepped forward to share their stories. First, there's Tanya Wallace, an aspiring singer-songwriter who attended one of Diddy's infamous gatherings back in 2018. Tanya's account has been making waves since it aired in a TMZ documentary titled The Downfall of Diddy, Inside the Freak-Offs.
We have a new Diddy doc on Tubi. It is free. It is called The Downfall of Diddy, Inside the Freak-Offs.
What she described during her interview with Harvey Levin was a scene straight out of a Hollywood thriller, something almost too outrageous to believe. According to Tanya, she was invited to the event by a Saudi prince who flew her to Miami, where Diddy's sprawling estate served as the backdrop for what can only be described as a chaotic night of unfiltered indulgence.
Tanya Wallace, I am a singer-songwriter, and I was at I believe to be one of P. Diddy's freak-offs.
Tanya recalled walking into the party and immediately feeling out of place. She described clusters of people engaged in intimate activities, with the atmosphere charged by loud music and an air of secrecy. But what really grabbed her attention and left her deeply unsettled was the presence of individuals she initially mistook for little people. At first, she thought they were just performers or part of the entertainment, but as she observed them more closely, she realized something wasn't right. These individuals dressed in elaborate outfits resembling Harajuku-famed dolls were surrounded by adults in a way that seemed intentionally obstructive. Tanya claimed it was as though the adults were trying to shield these individuals from view, creating an aura of secrecy that raised more questions than answers.
Of course. There's layers upon layers. When you get into these conspiracy theories, man, they never end. They never end. There's just layers upon layers.
When pressed by Harvey Levin to elaborate on what exactly she saw, Tanya hesitated, clearly concerned about the potential fallout of her words. "I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get in trouble," she said, before adding that these individuals weren't supposed to be there. She described their outfits as revealing and noted that they were heavily made up with bright lipstick and exaggerated hairstyles. While she stopped short of making any specific allegations, her implication was clear: something was very wrong. The internet, of course, exploded with speculation, with social media users torn between criticizing Tanya for not speaking out sooner and applauding her bravery for coming forward at all. But just as the dust began to settle around Tanya's story, another woman stepped into the spotlight with an even more explosive account. Adria English, a former member of Diddy's inner circle, has been making headlines with her detailed and deeply personal recounting of her time working for the music mogul. Adria's story begins with her background in the entertainment industry, where she initially gained recognition as an adult performer before transitioning to a career as a dancer and occasional model. Her connection to Diddy came through her then-boyfriend, Anthony, who was an aspiring model signed to the same agency as Cassie Ventura, a name now synonymous with Diddy's most high-profile relationship.
Well, if he really was filming everybody, I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right?
Adria's first encounter with Diddy was when Anthony landed an audition for a campaign promoting Diddy's Sean John clothing line. Eager to support her boyfriend, Adria accompanied him to the audition, where she witnessed an interaction that would forever change her perception of the music mogul. According to Adria, Anthony stormed out of the audition room visibly upset, claiming that Diddy had made an inappropriate demand of him. While Adria initially tried to downplay the incident, chalking it up to the eccentricities of the entertainment world, the encounter left a lasting impression. What followed was a series of events that Adria described as a slow but deliberate process of manipulation. She claimed that Diddy used her aspirations of breaking into the music industry as a way to draw her deeper into his world. Over time, she began performing at his exclusive parties, including his infamous white parties, which were known for their strict dress code and guest lists packed with A-listers. Adria described these events as glamorous on the surface but harboring a darker undercurrent. She alleged that attendees were often pressured into compromising situations, with Diddy orchestrating much of what went on behind the scenes. Adria recalled that at these events, everything seemed meticulously planned, almost as if roles had been assigned to everyone in attendance. She described how Diddy would personally oversee the guest list, ensuring only certain people were allowed into private areas while others remained in the main party space. She claimed that behind closed doors, the atmosphere was entirely different, less of a party and more of a stage for what she referred to as performances. Adria alleged that these private gatherings often involved high-profile guests who appeared to be fully aware of what was expected of them when the doors shut. It was like walking into a different world, she said, hinting at power dynamics that left her feeling like little more than a pawn in a much bigger game.
He will be sued. And I say will be because nothing has been filed yet, by at least 120 people in the next 30 days.
One of the most striking details Adria shared was how attendees were allegedly coerced into staying silent. She claimed that Diddy had a unique way of ensuring loyalty by creating situations that could later be used as leverage. He would make sure you were involved in something you couldn't talk about, even if you wanted to, she explained. According to Adria, this extended far beyond simple NDAs. She described it as a chilling form of control, one that kept even the most powerful attendees in line. And one of the most shocking claims Adria made was that Diddy had a habit of recording intimate encounters involving his guests, using the footage as leverage to maintain control over them. She described how he would position himself as a benevolent figure offering opportunities, only to later exploit the trust he had built. Adria's account included references to high-profile individuals, who she claimed were also caught up in Diddy's web of influence, though she stopped short of naming names. Instead, she hinted at the presence of powerful figures from both the entertainment and political worlds, suggesting that the full scope of Diddy's alleged activities extended far beyond what the public currently knows.
Listen, y'all, I understand that these girls are of age, but this is just disgusting to me. It feels very predatory to me.
Diddy's legal team has vehemently denied all allegations against him, dismissing the claims as baseless and accusing the women of seeking publicity. In a statement released through TMZ, his lawyers called the accusations pure fiction and expressed confidence that the truth would prevail in court. But despite their efforts to discredit the accusers, the damage to Diddy's reputation has been profound. Public opinion has shifted dramatically, with many questioning how someone with so much wealth and influence could allegedly engage in such behavior without facing consequences for so long. Adding fuel to the fire are resurfaced interviews and anecdotes from other celebrities who have interacted with Diddy over the years. One particularly eyebrow-raising moment came from Usher, who once revealed during an interview that he lived with Diddy as a teenager while being mentored by the artist. Usher described the experience as wild, recounting how he was exposed to a lifestyle that no teenager should have been part of. When asked if he would ever send his own children to a similar mentorship program, Usher's response was a firm hell no. While he avoided going into detail, his words have taken on new significance in light of the recent allegations.
And that has nothing to do with him having this baby or him having this side girl for almost 15 years.
Similarly, videos of young Justin Bieber hanging out with Diddy have resurfaced, sparking renewed scrutiny of their relationship. In one clip, Diddy can be seen promising Bieber, then just 15 years old, a luxury car for his 16th birthday. While the exchange seemed harmless at the time, it has since raised questions about the nature of their interactions and whether Bieber, like Usher, was exposed to an environment that was inappropriate for someone his age. Bieber has remained silent on the matter, with sources close to him suggesting that he has no intention of publicly addressing his past relationship with Diddy unless absolutely necessary.
Man, I ain't gonna lie.
As more details emerge, the conversation around Diddy's alleged behavior has extended to include broader questions about accountability in the entertainment industry. How could someone with such a long history of rumors and controversies continue to thrive unchecked? And what does it say about the culture of silence that seems to pervade Hollywood, where power and influence often shield individuals from facing the consequences of their actions? The allegations against Diddy are not just a scandal, they're a reckoning. They force us to confront uncomfortable truths about the entertainment industry and the systems that enable exploitation. Whether or not the claims are proven in court, the stories of Tanya Wallace and Adria English have already left an indelible mark on the public's perception of Diddy. And as the investigation continues, one thing is clear: this is far from over. What do you think about the allegations against Sean Diddy Combs? Do you believe the story's coming out? Or do you think there's more to the narrative? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this unfolding story. Stay tuned, because this might just be the tip of the iceberg.